one. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Frank, and today we have the podcast number 6, The Devil's Regiment. I'm here with the beautiful Amora Green. How are you, Amora?
I'm good.
All right. So today we have a couple of things I think that's going to really interest you guys. As usual, we're going to read Rockstar's tweet about what's coming out this week that we're going to kind of get for free and new content. So here's what it says. Get the Bounty Hunters kit in Red Dead Online. Includes a free Bounty Hunter license, bolas, and tracking arrows. So this is totally free, I think, right?
Yeah.
Play Red Dead Online between February 4th and February 10th to earn new gifts for new and active Bounty Hunters. If you haven't already started on the action-filled path of the Bounty Hunter, you can get a free Bounty Hunter license directly from any bounty board. All players can also get 25 bolas. That's really cool, 25 bolas. Because what do they cost? Like $30 a piece? And I'm always losing
really
those.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A throne. Who the hell's making these bolas, by the way? Where are they export them from Germany by train? A train and boat, horseback. I need 2 yaks, a pony, and a mule to get these bolas to Blackwater. What are we paying $30 for a bola? It's a piece of wire with two. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's way overpriced.
Can we just craft them?
Can I just braid my chest hair into pieces of rope and then tie coconuts on the end and whip them at people?
Yes.
Something like, okay. I mean, we're talking, that's a lot of money, man. 30, I would get 25 of those beautiful bolas for free.
Yes.
Okay. A thrown weapon that tangles the legs of fleeing targets plus 25 tracking arrows. Both ammo gifts can be claimed from your camp lockbox and post office. Okay, the tracking arrows are really fun to mess with your friends too, by the way. If you haven't tried this yet, shoot your friend with it. It makes the vision all blurry. And the arrows actually stay in them, as Amora can attest. Yeah. Frank was riding around looking like a porcupine when we first got those. I couldn't see anything. I got 6 arrows in my back. You son of a...
And they were staying.
Yeah, they stay. That's the best part, yeah. The tracking arrows do stay. So if you shoot one of your friends in the back with them, not only do you blur their vision, but you also leave an arrow wherever it is. And they don't de-res. And another thing...
When you got
this is really funny.
When you got off your horse, they did fall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I probably dragged my back up down the horse, getting off of it, and broke all the arrows. They're still in my spine. One time we were playing the game, and there was a moonshine thing. You know how if you drink moonshine, you get drunk? Well, people were... And that's a healing, you know? It's for my health. I do it all the time, too. And I would be up there fighting, and I'd be like, somebody got tracking arrows. They're up here. I can't see anything. But it was the moonshine I'd be drinking and getting drunk, and I wouldn't know it. I can't lock on anybody. I can't see anything. So if you're gonna, yeah, I was drunk. If you're gonna use moonshine for health, guys, just keep that in mind. What else you got? Take 25% off stable slots, which is really cool, and 40% off Breton, Cloud Ruber, Criollo, or Norfolk Roadster horses with select coats. The I'm watching you, hat tipping, look to the distance, and hangover emotes are 40% off as well. Excuse me. PlayStation Plus members will receive 3 free MASH refills for the moonshine operation and 3 free trader resupplies. Oh, that's cool. While Twitch Prime members who link their social account to Rockstar Games Social Club receive the collector's bag and polished copper still upgrade free of charge. Visit Twitch Prime to sign up. Okay, so that's it for new content. However, the interesting thing that Amora found today was this. So this is directly off of Rockstar's support page. Now what it says is, we are aware of player reports of low animal counts in Red Dead Online while playing in certain sessions. We are currently working on a fix and will provide an update as soon as we have more information. Now, that was posted today, and there was actually a clock that was ticking. Was it a clock that you saw, or was it just times listed in the banner?
No, it was just a banner, like red banner that said like a time, like, was it a 5?
I think it was 5 to 7.
AM?
Yeah,
something like that. But now it's gone. I cannot find it anymore from the same page that I linked it to you.
It's weird. Yeah. So we saw it. I can't remember the exact time, but I'm 99% sure, guys, that at 5 a.m. today to 7 a.m., they're going to shut down the game. So if you have a problem getting into the game this morning, this podcast will release after that, about an hour after that or so. But if you guys are having trouble logging in, that's what it was. And they are going to be fixing that apparently today. So that's really good news. If you guys are having issues with logging in, it's because Rockstar has a 5 to 7 kind of shutdown to work on some bugs and things like that, which is really cool that they're actually doing it. The thing that scares me is they took down the time. So they were like 5 to 7, and then they're like, nah, we changed our mind. We'll do it Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next week. Yeah, I don't know. But that's a really good sign that they are actually addressing these concerns that the players are having, and since the
Yeah.
animal respawn.
Because because the animals are a really big part of the game,
Yes.
and the dailies. One day there was like so many animal things. I think they were testing how many people would get from those animal dailies, but I got them
Oh
all
yeah.
because of the private server, but maybe some people didn't because they don't know how to make a private server or that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, if we got that list of dailies, what was it, yesterday with all the animal stuff? Or the day before,
Was it
whatever it
yesterday
was,
or
yeah.
day before? Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
like a kill a bear, skin an eagle, alligator. It was like a lot of really hard things, damn near impossible things to find if you were going to try to complete your list of dailies for sure. So maybe
Like
that was,
normal lobby.
yeah, maybe that was what finally got their attention on it. But this is another good thing, guys. If you're having an issue, go to support, go to your rocks, and actually submit tickets for these things, because they're obviously paying attention to this. They're not on all of our social media platforms. Rockstar doesn't give a crap about, Frank P. Castle 187 or Amora Green or anybody who's listening, as far as they're not following us and making sure that we're, that our audience is happy or any of that stuff. They're not. They're probably not watching much of anything. They're just going by what support issues and tickets that they're getting submitted to them. So make sure, guys, that you submit those tickets. Try to stay as sane and polite as possible, because it's like the DMV, I have a feeling, where if you go in there hot and crazy, they're going to be like, yeah, we'll have you here till 6. You know what I mean? Take it easy. Try to remember these people are programmers and, weird people like us. They're having, because we've got some friends that I know that submit some tickets that are basically just a plethora of insults. Like, fix this, bleep, bleep, bleep. I don't know how that's helpful. But,
No.
yeah. So today, Amora and I were doing something really cool. We were doing a story mission, part of the dailies, just about an hour ago. And something occurred to me while this story mission was going on that I think you guys will really like kind of delving into, because and by story mission, I mean, we're playing online and we're launching going into, an on-call story mission. So we did another one for Mrs. Leclerc, the same lady that bailed all of our characters out of jail, or broke us out of jail. And this is something really cool that I'd forgotten about. So we go through the main part of Mrs. Horley's whole thing where we're avenging her husband. The last scene, we shoot that guy, what was his name? I can't remember his name. Amos Lansing. So we shoot if you guys have done this, you go into, you protect Mrs. Leclerc. She shoots Amos Lansing through her purse in the chest, which is, by the way, what I love. That's a dirty street move. The purse shooting. Are you eating over there?
Yeah.
Are you trying to get fat?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
get fat! She still ain't gonna win in a fist fight. Look at her. If you guys are watching this, you got this. She'll have 80 of them plates, incognito. Okay. Anyway, she's trying to get fat so she can beat me in a fist fight. You'll never be as fat as Frank. So,
Yeah, I know.
so she shoots Amos Lansing through her purse and the whole thing. But so we've got rid of Amos Lansing's business partner. I can't remember who he was. That was right. Did we do that? Because I think they said that we did, but I don't remember getting him. So that may be another route. But anyway, we talk about, so Amos Lansing, she kills him. And then while they're
Mm-hmm.
giving that whole speech at the end, we're going, back to just kind of getting away from the NPCs, and Mrs. Leclerc says something about um, Amos Lansing's wife. Her name is Grace Lansing. Now we haven't seen her yet, and that's going to be the next move in our progression through this story. I think is dealing with his wife, the wife of the man that we just shot in Blackwater. Because so Mrs. Leclerc kind of goes into hiding. She says she's got to disappear for a little while, but that there is still Mrs. Lansing. Now that's something I completely forgot about till we did this mission. So that's a route that I think Rockstar is definitely going to take, which they've already got the character written,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is awesome. Because that's a cool storyline, following Mrs. Leclerc and Horley, and that's another thing I love. The linkage between the characters and how they're all intertwined. So you know how you have, remember how the French guy said he saw us when we came to that camp that day? And then remember when we broke us out of jail, the French guy gives a speech like when we rescued. I saw you when you first came to Mrs. Leclerc's camp, and then you went with Crips, and he says something about not liking Crips.
Yeah.
So all of that's tied in together. We've got Crips with us, the French dudes with us now. There's a lot of history there. Because those two were in that camp together, Mrs. Leclerc's, when we first came out, which I think is super cool. So it ties in a lot of our characters, because we got Maggie, who wasn't there, obviously. She was recovering. Then we got the French guy, and then we've got, Crips, all intertwined with each other in some weird way. Crips is always talking about he should have married um, Maggie years
Maggie.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crips, what are you doing, man? You got to get on that. I'm going to come over here for a minute. Crips, what are you doing? You sharpen that knife anymore? You're not even using it. Crips is a dangerous man. No, I don't want to really get into it with him. That dude is crazy. He's got
Yeah.
whatever kind of product he's breathing in over there. His face is over that barrel all day with that thing. He can't be doing it. He's got to be in a weird state of mind. Look how many plates she's got. Look at this. It's nonsense. Look at this. That's not gonna help you.
It is.
You think so? Oh my God.
I know it.
So this is a good thing. I think I talked about this once before. What is this over here? Um, with being fat versus skinny. Now,
Mm.
guys, Frank is extremely well. Frank is a little bit overweight right now, but we've talked. Got him so fat he could barely get up a hill, and he looked like an egg with legs. Well, it's extremely beneficial to you if you're looking to be a bullet sponge in here, to thicken your character up. My character is, I can't remember, there's like fat and then burly or something. He's a burly build to him. And what that does is it's going to absorb a lot more damage. If you're the fatter your character is and the more overweight he is, the stamina will drain faster, but the more damage that you guys can take. And it's a really big help. Some people ask me all the time, like they're running the same cards as me, the same setups, but they can't kill me, and I can kill them. And the difference is Frank eats a lot. He's way overweight. He's on the verge of having some fucking diabetes or something over here. Um, but he's dangerous. He's a bullet sponge. So that'll really help you guys if you want to stay alive longer and you're not really concerned about stamina, which is something that I don't. What do you think, Amora? Does your stamina ever really get that low unless you're fist fighting somebody or along those lines? Do you ever notice a low stamina?
Well, I can feel like when I'm overweight, my character is lower. I feel like
It's slower, yes. It's
than
one of
that.
the that's
Yeah.
one of the downfalls. Yeah, your character will be slower. Your
Um,
punches will be slower, but they'll do
mhm.
more damage. Your character will
Yeah.
run slower, and the stamina will drain faster, but you can take more damage. So the bigger you are, the more damage you can take, and the more damage you can do. But your character will be a little bit more sluggish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't really noticed. I really don't pay attention that much until if some player is shooting me and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well,
And
we do. I do
trying
a
to
lot of
keep alive.
showdowns, and I notice that there's very few instances where I'm running around and my stamina will drop, unless it's like, I've been alive for a really long time and, dealing with a bunch of different threats, things like that. Then maybe my stamina will be a little bit low, but I never really noticed that's an issue. Maybe you guys have because Frank is but he's fat. He should be having no. He should be having an issue with the stamina. So that's why I'm curious if you guys out there are having any these stamina on our characters and these cards that increase our, these affect our stamina. I don't really notice a big thing with our stamina, but you guys might notice something
Yeah.
different. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If your stamina is constantly draining, Frank's isn't. I don't understand what that is. But I mean, unless I run around this camp like 25 times, there's really no way my stamina is going to be drained. The card setup that I'm running right now, for free roam, I use Slow and Steady, Fool Me Once, Iron Lung, and Strange Medicine. Now that's just because I want to stay alive with the NPCs, things like that. I know my slots are empty right now, but usually I'm using a bolt action rifle in free roam and a repeating shotgun. Now, if I'm going to go into PvP, I'll switch that card, Slow and Steady, over to Slippery Bastard. I'll throw a Caracano rifle or a rolling block rifle on, and then a shotgun in there. PvP, I find that Slippery Bastard is just really, it's a devastating tool. Most people aren't ready for you, and to be having that difficulty to lock onto your character. Paint It Black is another great one. I don't have much experience with Paint It Black. One of our good friends that uses it, Wild Chaos, has a lot of luck with Paint It Black. But do you use Paint It Black?
Sometimes.
You do.
Yeah.
Now, can you
But
lock
I
on?
usually. Mhm.
Can you lock on to me if I'm in Slippery Bastard with Paint It Black?
I can log on to you, like
Can
I
you
can't
mark
log
me?
on to you, but
But you
I
can
can
mark me.
mark you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good, good. Because I remember when the cards
If
first
you
got.
have,
Yeah.
yeah, if
Go
you're
ahead.
far away,
Yeah.
I tested with the one friend. If you're far away and I can paint you and shoot you, but he didn't take any damage. But when he
Oh.
was too close to me and I painted him and I shot him, he died.
Okay.
He got shot like his health went down.
Okay.
But if you're far away, it didn't work.
Okay. I'll have to experiment with Paint It Black a little bit more. I used to use it all the
Yeah.
time when a game first came out, but I haven't used it in forever. I know there's a lot of people out there that can counter my Slippery Bastard with Paint It Black when I'm up close like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's definitely an effective tool. Not one that I play around with too much, but obviously very effective.
Yeah.
So we've had a little bit of a layoff as far as content coming out, and that's for two reasons, guys. Number one, I don't like to release stuff unless I think it's going to actually help you guys or it's going to be interesting to you guys. I'm not one of these people that's like, I'm going to release a video. We're going to do the podcast every week for sure, but I'm not one of
Mm.
these people that's going to release a ton of content when it's useless to you because I just don't feel like that's a way to go. I feel like it burns bridges with people and just like their trust of you, of what they're tuning into. So I don't want to just release things to release them. But there has been something I've been working on really hard, guys. I went too far. My OCD is out of this world. So I had this idea a while back to do a kind of a cartoon or a TV show with an episode once a week being released where it's kind of our own story in here. In other words, we're existing in the world with Mrs. Leclerc and all of these people, but it's our character's story. So I wanted to create this and give you guys something to kind of tune into every week. It's going to be 10-minute episodes, I think, is what I'm going to do. I've got an hour and a half of this thing filmed, and I think it's outstanding. It is a lot of fun. It kind of shows the progression of Frank when he was younger into when he, is hanging out in this, just doing his thing. And then it goes into where a war breaks out and Frank is called to war and it kind of covers some of the battles that he goes through. And then when he gets out and returns. So the show is going to be exploring character development for Frank, for Amora, for a couple
Mm.
of our friends. And I wanted to offer it to you guys as well. So what I think we're going to do, don't hold me to this yet, but what I'd like to do, especially when we're not getting a ton of content, is offer it to you guys as well as my subscribers. So if you're a subscriber to this, if you listen to the podcast, we're about 8 episodes deep, like I said. So the characters that you won't see your character until these episodes are done because they're already filmed. But from this point forward, so we've got about a month and a half of episodes are going to be releasing. From that point on, what I'd like to do is have some of the subscribers who want a story, a backstory of their character to be involved with this, submit something in the comment section of your character's backstory. It doesn't have to be a novel, but what I want to do is I'd like to take a couple of them, and guys, I can't do everybody, but I'd like to take a couple of the top backstories that people want to see their character developed and implemented into this Devil's Regiment. And then it'll be something that maybe we can revisit as you as a character and keep involving you as a character, things like that. We're only going to be able to do it 1 or 2 people to start with. But I'd really like to offer that to you guys just because I think there's so many people out there like me that would love to have a backstory for their character in almost like a documented fashion, like that you can go back to and say, wow, this is really cool. You know, like I saw Frank when he was younger, you know, and then I got to see him when he was, you know, had come back from the war and, you know, the different things that he's doing. I think you guys are going to dig it. So I'm going to try to release the first episode tomorrow. It will definitely come out. What day's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. If it's not out Wednesday, it'll be out Thursday for you guys to check out. Each episode kind of gets more and more involved in more action. There's a little bit of character development, things like that, because I think it's important. But I guys, I love doing this. This is a lot of fun for me. It really is. Amora is like, I am so excited every day, but I have burnt myself out with filming this stuff, guys. I'm like, because I'm 8 episodes deep. It's a lot. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'll just film 1. And then I'm like, might as well just do it. We're like Lord of the Rings. We're like 3 hours deep into this footage. Like, holy cow. But I'm glad I did it, guys, because now I have this whole kind of a world within a world that we've built that interacts with this world. And I think you guys will really dig it. I'm proud of it, and I hope you guys will have fun. Even if you guys don't like it, I like it. It'll have 1,000 views from Frank sitting here all day just being like, click, watch it again. Click, watch it again. Because I'm into it. There's some scenes in here I think you guys are really going to dig, man. I'm a huge fan of film, and there's just some really cool stuff in here from the game, and you guys will recognize all of the things and be like, oh my God, you know, I'm just using different pieces of it. I think you guys are really going to dig this. So in the comment section, feel free to be as creative as possible. And over the next like month or so, we're going to be going through the comments and finding a couple of characters that we'd like to add to the Devil's Regiment and bring them in. And I think you guys will have fun doing that. I hope you guys will enjoy it. So that is some new content that's going to be coming out from the channel. So we're going to have the podcast tomorrow. We're going to have the weird and wonderful history of Frank and the Devil's Regiment. We're obviously going to continue to do the card videos and things like that. The reason you got... Look at this girl in the plates! This whole time! What is the matter with you? There's 50 plates on the ground! 50 plates!
More.
Oh my God, your character is going to explode. She's going to be like that girl Veruca Salt from, what is that movie? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Boom! Just all of a sudden, just nothing but the fur on her collar is going to be stuck to that tree. Wow! Look at these plates.
Wait a sec, I need to check my character, like...
Your character's severely overweight. I can see a bulge.
Average.
She's average. I disagree.
Yes.
I disagree. These pants over here say a different story. There's nothing average about what's happening here. Oh my God. You're out there. What the hell? Jesus. Oh my God. I can't. I can't. I can sit here and watch her eat those plates all day. It's something she's doing in the background. She's never like trying to be funny with it. She just does that. I came back from being AFK one time, the first time I saw it, and there was all those plates on the ground. I'm like, what are you doing? She's nuts. Oh my God.
I just want to beat you.
I know you do. So, so guys, the card videos and things like that. Sorry for being distracted by Amora's buffet. Jesus. So, God. So, the card videos and stuff like that, guys, we are going to get back to those. I feel like there's, as far as right now, I've shown you the builds that I'm using. I don't want to just release stuff, like I said, to release it. I want it to work for you guys. Anything I show you to be of value to you. That's a very important thing to me. I don't want to waste your time with any kind of clickbait, and I don't want you guys tuning into my videos and having to fast forward through the first minute 30 of it. You know, I don't want that ever to happen to this channel because it's annoying and it's disheartening. It's not what I'm here for. So that's why we haven't had a ton of card videos, things like that coming out. I really haven't seen much that we haven't talked about that's going to be really helpful to you guys, okay? So we're going to be, obviously, like I said, we'll be back to those card videos when I get something that I think is really going to help you guys. We've got the podcast. We've got this TV show. We're going to have the merchandise coming out. I'm actually in the final stages of selecting somebody to release the t-shirts and hats and things like that. I wanted to give you guys options. Yeah, I wanted to give you guys options as far as quality goes, too. Like, if you guys want just something that's a plain t-shirt with an iron-on Devil's Regiment, you know, for whatever price, or if you wanted a stitch Devil's Regiment type thing on a shirt, I wanted to be able to give you guys some options, so I've kind of been talking to a few different people. So that's what's going on with that. I have not forgot about it, but I want everything to work out really well. In other words, when you guys order something from me, I want it to be exactly what you thought you were going to get, and it's shipped to your door. I don't want a bunch of t-shirts hanging around my house, so we're going to be using a third-party company to, if you order a medium, I don't have to have 50 mediums hanging around the house. You know what I mean? They're going to print exactly what you order. They have the inventory, so I've been careful about selecting a company to do that. Yeah. And that's what's coming, guys. I hope you guys are really enjoying this. I have so much fun with Amora doing this once a week with you guys. It is, and I know that some of you guys love. I know we have some truckers on here that are listening in the big rigs, driving down the highway like you're Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express when the thunder and the lightning crashes. I love that shit. If you don't know Jack Burton in the Pork, you don't know Jack Burton, do you, Amora?
No.
I knew it. Do you know who David Lopan is?
No.
Oh my God. Gracie Law. So you're Gracie Law from now on. No. So Jack Burton was this guy in a movie called The Big Trouble in Little China. One of my all-time favorite movies. Was on, like, when we were kids, we would have to tune in and watch cartoons every Saturday morning, or, you know, like at 6 o'clock. 6 to 8 was cartoons. And if you missed it, you were screwed. You didn't get to see them. And then they would show, like, a couple of movies. One of them was always Big Trouble in Little China. Jack Burton was driving a anyway, doesn't matter. He was driving a big rig called the Pork Chop Express. That's where that comes from. But we got some truckers and some great people in here that are listening to us on their rides across the country or just driving home from work. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in. It really does mean the world to me. I know I say that, but it does. Amora has eaten 7,000 plates of food.
My plates have now disappeared.
I'm
eating air.
Oh yeah, you don't have a plate in your hand anymore because you're throwing them all on the ground.
Yeah.
They can't give you another plate because they have to do dishes.
Yeah.
Somebody got to get over here and do the dishes for Amora. So that being said, guys, leave a comment, like I said, about any kind of character. Maybe you have an idea for your character we can insert into this world, and it'll be really cool for you. I can't do everybody, like I said, but we will take the best ones. And it's not something you have to really just throw out there tomorrow. This is going to be over the next month or so. We're going to be doing this, and we're going to be adding things all the time to this. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Anything else, Amora?
I don't think so.
You're good? Okay, so guys, it is currently right now on the East Coast. It is 4:20. That is smoking time for you guys out there that are partaking in that. And on top of that, that is also 40 minutes away from Rockstar shutting this game down. So remember, guys, if you're going to be trying to log in, you're not going to be able to jump on for a couple of hours while Rockstar does this fix. Let's hope they all do it. As always, I want to thank you guys for tuning in from the bottom of my heart. It truly does mean the world to me. Stay safe out there. Remember that Uncle Frank loves each and every single one of you. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring the bell, the whole damn thing. And we will see you guys really soon.